willkommen bei der Diversity Ambassadors Netzwerk Podcast der Universität des Landes. Heute reden wir über die Ambassador Network, unsere Ziele und wir machen eine kurze Vorstellung. Danach reden wir über Vielfalt und wieso dieses Projekt sehr wichtig ist. Wir hoffen, dass es euch gefällt und dass ihr daran bleibt.
Hello and welcome to the first podcast of the Diversity Ambassador Network of Saarland University. In today's episode, we will talk about the motivation behind the Ambassadors Network, our goals, and who the ambassadors are. We talk about what diversity means to each of us and why it's so important to have this project in place. We hope you find something that resonates with you and that you choose to stick around.
Hello, I'm Priyasha. I'm a master's student in embedded systems. I'm from West Bengal, in India. I love to travel and to see new places.
Hello, I'm Thana. I'm a master's student in educational technology. I come from Thailand and I love gaming.
Hallo, ich bin Joviane, Studentin in Master interkultureller Kommunikation und ich komme aus Gabun. Meine Hobbys sind Lesen, Reisen und ein bisschen Sport treiben.
Hi, my name is Anita. I'm a psychology student. I come from Nigeria. My hobbies are reading books, especially in a library setting, and I also enjoy writing. Now that we have introduced ourselves, Priyasha, can you briefly explain what DAN is?
Yes, I'd be happy to. So, the overarching goal for the Diversity Ambassadors Network, or DAN as we call it, was visualized by our dear Lydia Gamelin from the Welcome Center, and Dhara Sheth from the Equal Opportunities and Diversity Management Unit. They worked tirelessly to start this network. And over time, the idea was to create a way to connect internationals and locals. And the idea behind what we are doing right now is to take small steps in that direction by starting first with the university. Our first project is to create this regular recurring podcast where we start by getting to know each other and introducing ourselves and approach topics in the realm of diversity and equity. The local community in a place can be quite set in their ways and very adverse to change. So it is important to find a way to get both these communities in front of each other, for them to see what the other has to offer, what can be learned from the other, events and services that are available, how they can help each other out. So what we want to do is to be present, to be visible, and to be able to show both sides that there are very interesting people present they might enjoy getting to know, if only they would be open to this possibility. That being said, let's find out how we became Diversity Ambassadors. Joviane, do you want to tell us how you came to be a Diversity Ambassador?
Ja, sehr gerne. Also ich entschied mich um die Stelle als Diversity Ambassador zu bewerben, weil ich etwas anderes tun wollte, als ich bisher getan hatte. Und weil ich auch irgendwie zur Integration internationaler Studierenden beitragen wollte. Die Jobbeschreibung hat mich viel angesprochen und als Studentin in interkultureller Kommunikation, ich fühle mich von Vielfältigkeit sehr betroffen und dadurch kann ich auch zu meiner selber Integration teilnehmen. Und Thana, wie ist es bei dir?
To be honest, I found this program by the accident while I was using Facebook. At that moment, I was suffering from racism as well. So I decided to join the Diversity Ambassador Network because I think I could contribute something to increase awareness towards racism and discrimination in our world. What about you, Anita?
So I was scrolling through my Facebook and I saw a post from the ASTA, which is the Student Council, and I found out that they were opening up the Diversity Ambassadors Network for students to apply. When I read that the application was an essay answering 3 questions about diversity, I decided that I could perform well on this task because the topic was very important to me and my values as a human being. Priyasha, how about you?
For me, it was quite a fortuitous turn of events. One of my main interests on campus has been to learn and absorb as much as I can about this country I now live in, and to help other students to do the same. As an Auslander who is coming away from home to try and build a life, it is very easy to end up isolated. So when Dhara reached out to me and said that she wanted to build a network to help bring everyone together, she suggested that I apply to see if I'm a good fit, and here I am.
So that's why we became Diversity Ambassadors. Moving on to the next question. So, Anita, what does the word diversity mean to you?
For me, diversity is the inclusion of all minority groups in a society, which in turn makes the society rich in perspectives. And you, Joviane?
Also von mir aus stellt die Vielfalt einen Reichtum dar, die Verschiedenheit preist und hervorhebt. Die akzeptiert die Menschen einfach, wie sie sind. Und Priyasha, was ist deine Meinung darüber?
To me, diversity means making room for everyone at the table, no matter the gender, sex, identity, ethnicity, their physical or mental situation, where they come from, who they are, the experiences they've had, their expectations, needs, opinions, everything. Thana, how about you?
In my opinion, diversity makes our world livelier with different cultures from people by meeting and knowing each other through social interactions, and we have some kind of like activities together, you know? Yep.
So we can see that each of us has a different understanding of the word diversity. This just goes to show that the people can interpret the word in different ways. But ultimately, what is important is that everyone feels included. The Diversity Ambassadors podcast is for everyone at the university, both local and international. In this podcast, we discuss our experiences and knowledge we've gathered here. In episode 2 of the Diversity Ambassadors podcast, we will share anecdotes and information about becoming a student here at Saarland University.
Der Diversity Ambassador Podcast ist für alle Mitglieder an der Universität des Saarlandes, international und einheimische. In diesem Podcast diskutieren wir über unsere Erfahrungen und Kenntnisse, die wir hier gesammelt haben. In Folge 2 of Diversity Ambassador Podcast teilen wir Anekdoten und Informationen darüber, wie man hier als Studierende an der Universität des Saarlandes leben.